Yeah, yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How's it going? Another beautiful day here in Redwood City, California, where I live. Climate best by government test. Look at the sun. A little bit of a slight breeze, but it's all good because it's nothing that the windscreen can't handle. And I'm out and about, another walk with purpose. Episode number 796. Got a bunch of, I think, young kids about to pop on in. It's really weird. There's a bunch of kids back the other way. They saw me and they went and they ran to hide in the bushes. So I don't know if they're looking to cause issues, but we're going to keep an eye on them. We're going to be on the trail anyway. Let's go. I'm keeping an eye on them. Hope you're all having a great day. Again, it's a beautiful day out here today. I've got another great topic to discuss. Give me a second. I have some people I'm passing on by. I think those kids, maybe it was not related, but you never know. You see a bunch of kids and they see somebody with a camera and they like to do dumb shit. So you got to just be alert. They looked at me, I looked at them. So they knew they couldn't catch me off guard. Like I'm one dude that really can't be caught off guard. I've been caught off guard so many times in my life. I've learned how to better protect myself against stupid shit, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I've got a great topic here today. And I'm in a I'm in a super good mood. I'm in a very, very good mood. My girlfriend Dawn today had a psychology session. Once or twice a month, she has a psychology session with a psychologist, and then every week she meets with her therapist. She has a psychiatrist. She has a psychiatrist and a psychologist. Her psychiatrist she meets with once or twice per month, and then her psychologist, her therapist, she meets with once per week by phone, and the psychologist by video. And Dawn is doing fantastic. Dawn says hello to everyone. She hopes everyone is doing well. She looks forward to creating some more content soon. More than likely, she'll be back next week, and we're going to be hitting this thing full force. But yeah, today, for episode number 796 of Walking with Purpose Live, we're going to be talking about grabbing the bull by the horns and amplifying happiness. One more time. Grabbing the bull by the horns and amplifying happiness. Okay? Now, what does that mean? Interesting topic. Some of you might think it's an unusual name for a topic, but no. Not when it comes to Eli's neck of the woods. You never know what to expect, but you're always going to get quality information. You're always going to get, a life lesson. You're always going to get positive reinforcement and encouragement and all that good stuff, right? Stuff that you don't get most other places out here on YouTube, right? You get the complete opposite, right? Right? We want to cheer you up and uplift you, not depress you. Some of you are already really super depressed. Why would you want to be even more depressed? How about snapping out of your depression and amplifying happiness and positivity? Let's amplify happiness and positivity, because being depressed is a really shitty feeling, isn't it? I gotta ask you straight up, being depressed is a very shitty feeling. And there are several things you can do to snap out of your depression or snap out of your misery, right? Misery typically equals depression, right? They go hand in hand, right? I'll tell you what makes me feel real good. What makes me happy? What makes me happy, and there's some wind here, so forgive me if there's a little bit of choppiness. A little bit of wind. It's all good. What makes me feel real good is when I do these videos or live streams out here on YouTube. I show up, if not every day, almost every day. Sometimes I'll take a little bit of time off every now and then, but usually every day or every other day I put out at least one video, sometimes two, or a live stream, right? Live stream video, same thing. Some are live streams, some are pre-recorded videos, right? And I show up and I get on camera no matter what. Regardless of how my day is going. I typically try to keep my days positive, right? But sometimes things come up, things happen. We'll talk about that too, because just because I'm a happy person doesn't mean I don't have moments that test my happiness every day. Everyone goes through that. Every single person out here in this world, on this planet, no matter how happy of a person you are or how happy and positive of a life you live, you're going to go through periods during certain days where people will test your happiness, right? We all go through things. Nothing wrong with that. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Because part of becoming happy and staying happy and amplifying your happiness 10x, because we want to help you amplify your happiness 10x, 10 times here at the GNA, the Genuine Networking Association, right? That's what we want to do. Part of amplifying your happiness 10x is learning from your mistakes, is screwing up a bunch of times and feeling depressed and feeling miserable and doing stupid things because you feel miserable. Part of finding your happiness is correcting your misery. Because we've all been through some form of depression. We've all had some forms of anxiety. We've all had moments of misery or periods of misery, even if we typically have lived a happy life, right? What's up, Raleigh Body Repair Guy? How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. So I come out here every day and I show my face, myself, my body, regardless of what I look like. I am happy with myself, right? And here's the thing. There are many YouTubers out here on this platform that rarely, if ever, show their face or go on camera. They just do audio only, right? And it's funny to me, right? It's funny to me how you've got people not showing their face or going on camera, trash talking other people that go on camera. Right? So you're gonna criticize happy people that go on camera for whatever reason. It may be aesthetics or anything like that, right? But you're not gonna go on camera and show us what you currently look like, because then you'd be looking like a fucking hypocrite. You would. And you are a fucking hypocrite. You are. You really are fucking hypocrites. Absolutely. Because here's the thing, people that aren't willing to show who they are and run their mouth have no validity. And they have no effect on your happiness, because what they say, like I said, has no validity. Right? Part of amplifying your happiness is understanding people that try to trash you, whether it's social media or in the real world, and they trash you without showing their face or going on camera when you go on camera. Revelations, how you doing? What's up, my friend Eli? Nice to see you. Nice to see you again, bro. Body Repair Guy, try to be positive no matter what situation I'm in. It just seems to help out the situation. Yeah, good afternoon, Revelations, says Body Repair Guy Raleigh. Yeah, absolutely, Raleigh, absolutely. See, people that are miserable are going to try to destroy other people's happiness, because they're thinking, okay, well, if I'm fucking miserable, you don't deserve to be happy. If I can't be happy, then no one else in this world, should be happy, right? That's how miserable fucking clowns think, right? Right? If they can't be happy for whatever reason, it could be aesthetically, physically, it could be financially, it could be lacking a relationship. Like, there are a lot of single people in this world that are also unattractive physically, also struggling financially. They're struggling in all aspects of the equation of life, right? They're struggling in all aspects of life, right? And they see other people that are not struggling as much, right? Or not struggling at all. Or even if people are struggling, like I struggle at times in many ways, but I handle myself better. I don't sit there and project my unhappiness onto other people like many people do, right? Instead, I amplify happiness, peace, serenity, right? But how do I get there? How did I get there? And how do I stay there? Because truth be told, I'm someone that is highly controversial. I didn't even know that until I started out on YouTube full time 6.5 years ago. I didn't even realize my opinions, my thoughts and opinions are highly controversial. I think outside of the box. I think differently. I don't like to go along with the Joneses. It doesn't mean I don't agree, or sorry, it doesn't mean I disagree on everything with other people. I just think there's a better and more positive way of doing everything. Everything that I do, for the most part, takes other people's feelings, wants, and needs into consideration, but most people are not like that. Most people, when it comes to doing business or, trying to accomplish anything, it's for selfish reasons, right? And you notice the people that are the most miserable are the ones that are the most selfish, right? Because no one wants to fucking be around selfish and inconsiderate people, unattractive people, physically, mentally, emotionally, right? No one wants to be around people like that. No one does, right? People try to steal your happiness away from you. It's sad. Well, of course. Of course, Revelations, that's what some people do, right? But how do you get to a place of happiness, right? How do I get to a place of happiness every day? Right? I've gotten to the point in my life where I truly do not give a shit. I don't give a fuck about what anyone thinks about me. I don't. I don't have a care. Now, if you're a good, decent human being, and you're nice to me, and you pay me a compliment or pay my girlfriend a compliment, we're going to say thank you and be respectful. But if you're rude, selfish, and obnoxious towards us, we're just going to ignore you and not give a shit about anything you say or do. Because you're just not worthy. Period. End of story. You're not fucking worthy. The funny thing is, not only are you not worthy to us, good people, that amplify, that live positivity, live happiness, and amplify happiness and positivity, not only do we not, give a shit about you, you don't give a shit about yourself or yourselves. That is the real truth of the matter. That is the absolute real truth of the matter. The reason why I remain happy, regardless of what anyone says about myself or does to me, online or offline, is because I'm honest with myself, and I'm not afraid to just come out and say I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. I've said it before. I will say it again. I am the furthest thing from perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I've never tried to be perfect. All I've ever tried to do is help motivate, inspire, and uplift people to become better people and become more successful in all aspects of life, personally and professionally. That's it, right? But see, when you're a happy person like myself that gets up every day, and if not every day, almost every day, goes on the walk and does a live stream walking to inspire people, shows his face, right? and gets out there and makes things happen. When people see that, when certain people see that are fucking miserable, they can't stand it. What they more so can't stand is what they see in the mirror and who they are deep within. Because if they did have self-love, they would not be trying to project any of their misery or insecurities onto anyone else on or off of YouTube. This isn't rocket science, folks. What I'm saying here isn't rocket science, but a lot of people that have dealt with people like this don't clearly understand why people react to good people this way. It's purely out of jealousy for whatever reason, right? Now, a lot of times, people will say things, they'll make things up, and, they'll try to make you look worse because they're just that unhappy within themselves, right? And these people are just like that with everyone. This isn't just personal experience. People like this treat everyone like this, at least everyone that they perceive to be happier and in a better position or place than them. This is how they treat all those types of people. That's why they stay miserable and stuck in a rut. Like I was talking about the other day, yesterday I believe was stuck in the rut. I did that from the studio on the main channel. Because these people spend more time trying to knock people they want to be like down. They spend more time knocking down people they want to be like instead of working on their issues and overcoming their issues for themselves to better themselves, right? So true. Deadeye Danny, I think you're trolling. How'd you find out about the channel, Deadeye Danny? Deadeye Danny, you've got 1 minute to tell me how you found out about the channel. And be honest. Because I think you're trolling, sir. You're trying to better your life? Really? Or are you stuck in a miserable rut? And you want to continue projecting onto Eli because after 6 fucking years you haven't had enough? Is that the truth of the matter? We gonna be real about it? Deadeye Danny, instead of trolling someone like me that you, and I say this with humility, you wish you could be like, how about focus on bettering yourself? Project your insecurities, dude. We know where you came from, dude. Don't sit there and try to argue me in a live stream because I'll destroy you. Because I've been doing this for a long time. And no one is any match for me because I got this. I'm grabbing everything by the horns today. I'm grabbing the bull by the horns, and right now the bull's about to give you the horns. Because you want to come out here and try to derail my show and try to pretend like you're buddy trolling, like they call it, right? You want to come out here and try to pretend like you're real and then go behind the scenes and laugh with your miserable fucking clowns, right? By your paragraph, Eli's super easy to communicate with. All you got to do is talk to him like he's a normal human being. Literally talk to him like you would somebody in your real life. I don't know what WTF talking about. No, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're trolling. I'm asking you, Deadeye Danny, I'm asking you to tell me, how did you find out about this channel? How long have you been aware of this channel? How long have you known about me, Eli? And how did you find out about me? I'm going to give you 1 minute to answer those questions, or I will remove you. Because, you see, people that come here and talk normal, they talk naturally, and you're talking trollish. Six months or so, how'd you find out about me? Tell me how you found out about this channel. And if you've been following me for 6 months, why is this your first time here? You're lying to me. You're not derailing my show. I'm using you as an example. As an example of a miserable fucking clown, which is what you are. That's what I'm saying to you right here, live on the air. That's my professional assessment of you, sir. You're a miserable effing clown. I'm cool, calm, and collected, dude. And if my truth triggers you, then there's the door, dude. You want to keep it real? Tell me how you found out about the channel. Come on. You gonna talk or are you gonna get removed? You got 20 more seconds and I'm moving on. Because my point will then be proven. 10 seconds. Did I, Danny? Troll suck account. Miserable clown. Projector. Bayou repair guy. I support Eli. I support you too, Raleigh. Thank you. If you want to come here and chat in my chat and disrupt my show, I'm going to ask you where you came from. You big mad for no reason? Well, time for you to go. I'm not big mad at all. I'm just calling out your bullshit, and you're full of it. You're a miserable clown from the same group of people trolling me for 6 years. So you gotta go. You got to go, bro. Learn to speak some proper English, all right? You big mad for nothing. Nope. You came to me, sir. You came into my house. If you're going to come into my house and try to do dumb shit, I'm going to call you out. Let's continue. I come out here every day. Almost every day. Show my face. No matter what. And the reason why I continue to be happy no matter what happens, no matter what anyone says or does, online or offline, is because I don't care what people say about me. They're just fucking words. They're meaningless. Right? Now, if people are saying legitimate, true, good things about me, I'll praise them and thank them. Right? People that are talking nonsense and trolling and doing stupid shit, they get ignored. They don't get acknowledged. Right? I'm the furthest thing from perfect. But what I do is try to be the best version of myself that I can be. I try to get a little better each and every day. But I still make mistakes along the way, just like every normal human being does. Everybody makes mistakes. And I'm not coming out here saying that I'm better than anyone, but I'm also not saying that anyone's better than me. And that's the attitude I feel a good human being has. That's good, solid advice there saying, hey, look, you should never put yourself above anyone, but never put yourself below anyone either. I think everyone should look at other people at the same level. Now, are some of us better at certain things than others? Sure. But just because we're better at some things than others, or others are better at some things than us, doesn't mean we're any less of a person, or less human, or less normal, or less successful. It just means we're better at different things. We're good at different things. We're all unique in our own special way. Everybody's unique. And some of the best people on the planet, like I keep saying, have made lots of mistakes and continue to make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. But I learn from my mistakes, right? I learn from my mistakes. And then I move forward. And I attempt to correct those mistakes. And usually they get corrected and we move on. We move forward. There's a lot of traffic on the 101 today. Hold on a second. 101 is really jammed up. There's somebody coming behind me, so I'm gonna come over here at this bench here and let that person pass me. So that way I don't interrupt them with my my show. I'm hearing some loud Hispanic music blaring from 101. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Raleigh, you know, it's okay, dude. It's okay, Raleigh. Raleigh, let people show their true colors, okay? Let people show their true colors. You know, we're amplifying happiness here today because we're happy people, right? And you know, Raleigh, here's the thing. And let me know what your thoughts are about this, Raleigh. This beautiful plane flies over. Give me a second here. See, Raleigh, I think that because you're so happy, I'm so happy, we got happy people over here, we're projecting happiness It really, really triggers the miserable fucking clowns, Raleigh. That's why they have to come here and they have to troll the chat, and that's all good. You know, we feel for the trolls too. I personally have gotten to the point of where I really feel bad for the trolls. I feel bad and sad for the haters. I feel for you folks. I know you folks hate me. I know you folks, I guess more so you hate yourselves. You think you hate me. You're projecting your hatred of yourself onto me is what you're really doing is projecting your hatred of yourselves onto me. But that's fine. Even if you truly hate me, that's okay. Right? We feel for you too. We do. And even then, we wish you nothing but the best. We really do. But to the hateful people, because you're so miserable within yourselves, you know, you got to make up shit that isn't true about people that you don't like. I mean, that's just pretty sad. That's really sad. Really sad. Right? Really, really sad. You know, you people come here in the chat and you're just making stuff up. That's not true. I have no temper. Have I lost my temper before? Yes, I have, many times. Do I do it all the time? No. Does that make me a crazy person? No. Do I have crazy moments? Yes. I'm just like every other normal human being. So what are you going to troll me with that I don't already know about myself? If you're going to fucking troll me or troll anyone, tell them something about themselves they don't know, because I know everything about myself. And I am not perfect, and I made lots of mistakes, and I've done dumb shit. Most of the dumb shit I've done was unintentional. Practically all of it. But still, I did dumb shit, and you know what? I regret it. What's the problem? It's all good. I want to wait for this person to come around the corner, and then I'm going to keep going. Barry Repair Guy says, I agree, Eli. That's the thing, Raleigh. The thing is that the happier that I am, that you are, the more positive that we are, the more triggered and upset the miserable fucking clowns are. Right? And here's the thing. I'll tell you what, to you miserable fucking clowns out there, okay? If you truly are not miserable, and if you truly are a happy person, okay, let's see how long you can go without trolling me. Let's see how far you can go without talking about me. Because, just for example purposes, many people still can't stop talking about me, and I could care less. Those are just fucking words. Right? I don't care what you say about me. What I have to ask you is, are you a happy person? Does it make you happy talking shit about me, making shit up about me, whatever? Does it make you... I'm using myself as an example, right? That's all I'm saying right now, because I'm a happy person. I'm very happy, and I'm enjoying this show right now, and I'm trying to help other people that are stuck in a rut learn how to handle it like I've learned to handle it. And if you think I haven't learned to handle it, if you think I'm feeding into you because I'm saying this, I don't give a shit what the fuck you think. I don't. Because regardless of what I say, I could be the nicest, most sincere person in the world, which I am, and ask you to stop your bullshit, but you just won't. Because you have no control to stop. So the issue is finding control deep within yourself and reevaluating things within yourself and saying, why am I really doing this? Right? Why am I really doing this? Right? It's all good. You know, I want you all to be happy. I want everyone to be happy, even my haters. I want my haters to be happy. And I'm going to help you become happy by praying for you and being nice to you. Body repair guy, Raleigh says, I am happier with my oldest son, Dylan, moved back home. And I'm super excited because he had moved back from Florida, so I'm happy he's back home. That's good, man. Good to hear that. Body repair guy, Raleigh says, it's been a good year with a good career and a fresh start. That's wonderful. Wonderful, man. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm going to say a prayer for my haters and everyone else's haters on the internet and in the real world. Right? And I'm going to pray for a speedy recovery of your misery, your depression, the rut that you're stuck in. Right? Because here's the thing. Let's take me, for example, a happy, positive, outgoing, decent person, right? Let's take me, for example, right? If you folks continue to project your misery onto me, obviously, you're seeing someone that you wish you could be like. And I say that with humility. I'm not trying to say I'm any better than anyone. What I'm saying is that you keep focusing on me because something about me keeps you coming back. And it's not drama or cringy, stupid shit. It's the fact that I carry myself very well. It's the fact that I learn from my mistakes. It's the fact that I'm consistent with my content. I take care of myself as best as possible. And I give everyone a chance. I truly do give everyone a chance until you give me a reason to no longer give you a chance. If you're trolling, you're out. Right? If you're someone that's here to try to destroy what I'm trying to create, if you're here to try to destroy my positivity, if you're here to try to destroy amplifying my happiness and other people's happiness, I'm going to fucking destroy you by removing you from the channel. If not, you're more than welcome to be here. Everyone's welcome to be here. As long as you want to be here and become happy. Right? But no matter what you say, here's the thing. No matter what any of you motherfuckers say, okay? If you keep coming at me, you're obviously fucking miserable. Bottom line. You're fucking miserable, and I want to help you become happy. I want to help you amplify your happiness. I want to help you become a more positive human being. Again, the more you come at me, in any way, shape, or form, the more I feel for you and the more I want to help you turn things around and become happy. Because you deserve to be happy. All of you deserve happiness. No one deserves to be miserable. So why are you keeping yourselves miserable? You're trying to use me as the excuse? I'm just another person. I'm not the cause of your misery, right? I'm not the cause of your misery. I'm just someone you've latched onto because it makes you fucking feel better about yourself trying to tear someone down that you want to be like. Right? And I tried to set a good example for everyone on what a good human being should be like. I'm not saying you should be like me, and I'm not saying that I'm the best person in the world, but I do try to be a good role model. I do the best I can to try to be a good role model for happiness and positivity. Right? Facts, Eli. More specific, Raleigh. When you say facts, can you be more specific, and I'll respond more in a second. Give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, we are back live. We are back live. We are back live. Message retracted. Okay. Maybe it was a typo. I'll wait for you to write it again, Raleigh. I don't think anyone's coming right now, so we're going to head up to the observation deck. It's true, they project their unhappiness onto you. See, Raleigh, here's the thing. It's not just me they project their unhappiness to. It's everyone they perceive to be in a better place than they are mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, etc. Does that make sense, Raleigh? Yeah, I mean, I'm probably one of many people that certain people project their misery on. But I'm not the only one. So, for example purposes, Raleigh, if we're going to talk about the people that are projecting onto me, or the people that can't get my name out of their mouth, Raleigh, here's the thing. Yes, they project their misery onto me, but I'm not the only one. They do that to many other people on and off of YouTube. So the problem is not me. I'm just another pawn on their chessboard. Let's put it that way. I'm just another pawn on their chessboard, right? Maybe that's the best way to put it, right? Or another piece on their chessboard, right? Which is why, like, honestly, I'm at peace within myself, Raleigh. I'm not mad. I'm using this for example purposes because it's a great example. Because, honestly, I've got no shame in who I am or what I do. And that's where I want to take my organization, the Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short. I want people to be able to come onto this platform here and share their stories and be raw and real, and don't hold back, and don't fear any repercussion from anyone, because you're not going to get repercussion here at the GNA for being real. Now, if you're phony and you're a fake and you try to lie to us and shit like that, there will still be no repercussion. We'll just call you out, make you look like a fool, and then move on. And when I say make you look like a fool, I'm not even saying we're going to make you actually look like a fool. We're going to use you for example purposes of what you should not be in this world, and then move on, right? They still tag me and Queen, Tia, and everyone over here, but we don't bother them at all. That's true. Because they're miserable, dude. They're miserable. They live vicariously through our lives, right? I mean, in all honesty, Raleigh, here's the thing. People are always going to focus their time and energy on the best thing that they have to do at that moment, right? Right, Raleigh? So what I do, what you do, we focus our energy on the most productive and best thing to do at any given moment, right? If these people had a more productive or better thing to do at any given moment, they would not be tagging us in, trashing us, doing all this bullshit, right, Raleigh? You understand what I'm saying? Or at least they think that there's nothing better for them to do, right? Because they're stuck in a rut. There's something holding them back from creating something different, because if they felt doing something different would get them better results than what they're doing, they would do it, right? Everyone does what they feel is going to get them ahead the easiest, the quickest, right? Typically, most people do that. I focus on the long-term return. I focus on building things up slowly but surely. But most people will focus on what's going to get them the quickest return, right? But even then, even if you and I were focused on what was going to get us the quickest return, we still wouldn't do dumb shit like some people do out here on YouTube, right? I know you're talking about the dumb stuff, people tagging you in on YouTube, obsessively, right? Making up things about you, using you for content, right? Right? But here's the thing, Raleigh. I'm here today to say, look, I'm going to help those people, whether they like it or not, amplify their happiness. And the way I'm going to amplify their happiness is by not overreacting to their stupidity. I'm going to say, hey, look, hey, good for you that you're currently making it your life's purpose to not only talk about me, but to make things up at such a great level, right? So that way, people keep coming back to hear you say those wonderful things about me, right? I'm not overreacting to it. I'm saying, hey, do what you got to do. And if you truly find happiness in doing that legitimately, then so be it. But I doubt you're finding happiness in constantly talking about me all the time, making things up about me all the time. Most things not true are taken way out of context all the time. You think people don't know most of the stuff's not true? You think these people are dumb? I mean, oh boy. I tried the drama and it's empty and draining. I remember when you did that years ago, Raw. You were even coming at me, and it's okay. I'm not upset. You know, we've worked past that. It's all good. I'm glad you saw the reality of it, man. I'm glad you saw the reality of it, and you realize it's just, you know, even if you do a secondary channel on it, it ends up defining who you are, which that's not who you are. You're a body repair guy, right? You've always been the repair guy. You've done repair videos. Now, you've got some secondary channels where you got the Life Works Drunk and all that. And if you're going to do a stream to call some people out every now and then, you typically separate that from your main channel. I remember there were times where you were doing things from your main channel, and then I think you would delete them or put them to private. But I'm glad to see you not doing that anymore and affecting your main channel, because drama doesn't define you. Drama is not who you are. Drama is not who I am, right? The only drama that I enjoy every now and then is the one on mainstream media. Now, here's the thing. You know, every aspect of life can have a little bit of drama, right? And I guess the confusion is this. Like, some people on YouTube, they create fake instigated drama. They make shit up about people, and then they get those people to believe that what you're saying about people that's not true. They get people to believe that it's true, right? And that just really causes issues and stirs up the pot. And there are some people out here that are really good at doing that, right? But I want nothing to do with that. It's just dumb shit. It's just stupid. And I feel bad for those people. Again, I want to help those people become happy. I want to amplify your happiness. Because your happiness right now stems from making up shit about people, trash talking people, whether it's for your entertainment, whether it's to make money, whether it's to project your misery onto me or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of all three. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's bringing some satisfaction to you. That is an unhealthy satisfaction. It's unhealthy. Unhealthy, right? And all I want to do is say, hey, look, I wish you nothing but happiness and health and positivity, right? But you're not going to be a positive person, and no one's going to see you as positive if you keep on doing that dumb shit. And there are many people that are doing that. Many people. Look, I'm making it very clear. I'm not talking about one specific person. There are many people that have done this. And if you are someone, listen, I don't watch any more drama videos. I just do my own show. I've got everyone blocked. I don't watch anything at all. Now, every now and then, people will tell me about some things, and then I'll do a show about it. You know, because it sparks up a good topic and a good conversation, right? That we can all learn from, right? But I'm not talking about any one specific person. And any creator out there that may do a reaction to this and say I'm talking about them specifically, I'm not talking about anyone specifically. Let me repeat myself. I'm not talking about anybody specifically. I'm talking in general, because there are many people on this platform all over YouTube that create this type of content. I'm not here to pick on any one particular person. I don't hate anyone. I don't even hate my haters. I want to radiate positivity onto them. Right? I pray to God that one day you snap out of whatever fucking rut you're in and say, I'm done with this fake instigated bullshit. Huh, interesting. So all of a sudden, I go to the observation deck, turn around, and 101 is moving at 65 miles an hour. There must have been an accident. Okay, wonderful. Or maybe, rush hour is coming to an end. The message here at the Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short, is all about positivity. If you're a positive person, you can overcome anything, you can accomplish anything, right? Part of the reasons, I'm going to say this, part of the reasons why my YouTube channels I've been running here for 6.5 years are not more successful than they are is because I allowed haters and negativity to take over. I allowed all this garbage to take over my better judgment and all that. I made lots of mistakes. And like I said earlier, I still do. I'm making fewer mistakes, but I still make mistakes. We all make mistakes. You have to make mistakes to figure out what doesn't work, so you can learn what the fuck does work, right? By repair guy Raleigh says, LOL, we have no traffic. I would not know how to drive in that traffic. Well, no disrespect, Raleigh. You must live like in Timbuktu. I'm kind of joking, dude. You know, it's all good. I'm a suburb, Bay Area suburb boy, man. I'm definitely not a city boy, but I'm not a country boy either. I'm a suburb boy. I live in the burbs, Raleigh. In a, you know, large populated area. What do they call that? Densely populated? I think I said that right. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I don't care. If I make a mistake, I'll get trolled, and I really don't give a shit if I get trolled. Someone will correct me, and I'll learn it to say it better next time. See, that's the way you handle things out here on YouTube. People want to talk shit about you. Let them talk all the shit they want. Let them make up shit about you, right? Who gives a shit, right? And if you screw up, at least you're doing what most people aren't doing. At least you're trying, and then you're learning. Next time you learn, you can even learn from your trolls. Like, honestly, I'll tell you this. You know what the funny thing is? I gotta tell you this. The funny thing is, I've learned a lot of positive shit from my trolls. I'll give them credit for that. I'll give you trolls credit. I've learned a lot of positive shit from trolls. Now, there's a lot of negative shit that I would never agree to, right? And a lot of negative shit I didn't like. But I'll tell you this: trolls can be some of your best friends, right? I live in the same city as the Duck Dynasty people, Willie. Oh, cool, dude. Small little town. Oh, yeah. No, you got the enthusiasm correct. Are you trying to say enthusiasm? F-ism? Euphism? Oh, I know what you mean. Euphism. Oh, you're talking about, yeah, you're talking about densely populated. Yeah. That's what you meant. All right, yeah, sorry, Raleigh. I'm having a moment, right? I'm having a senior moment at 50 years old, a senior moment, right? I'm 15 years away from being a senior citizen. Sorry about that, man. You know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Like what was it, John Michael Montgomery? There's the song, Life's a Dance You Learn As You Go. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. Don't worry about what you don't know. Life's a dance you learn as you go. Those are some of the truest words I've ever heard in any song. The longer I live, the more I believe. You do have to give if you want to receive, right? That is something to live by. Those are words to live by. You do have to give if you want to receive. And when you give, I've always said this, I'll say it again. When you give to people, you give to give, not give to get, right? You give to give and not give to get. I have donated so much money out here in the past on YouTube. And if I had to do it over again, most of the people I donated to, I would not have donated to, knowing what I know about them now. But here's the thing. Once you give to give, right? I've even donated lots of money to people that trash talk me regularly. And you know what? I don't care to ask them for a refund or anything. I don't care. I gave them that money. I'm not an Indian giver. I give to give, not give to get. Right? And these people know who they are, right? They know who they are, right? And whenever I give to give, I always give to give in good faith. that something good will be done with that money, and it'll put a smile on that person's face, and it'll help them out in some way, shape, or form. But sometimes people take you for granted. They use you for money, right? Or they pretend to be nice to get your money, and then they flip the script on you. At that point, you just walk away and say, hey, you know what? No harm, no foul. I'm not interested in being a part of this anymore. I enjoyed it while it lasts, but hey, it's time for me to walk away. I was happy to support you, but I can no longer be a part of this based on the circumstances that have risen. That's it. All right? But see, these people, they don't take the professional answer. They're like, translation, this is what Eli really means. He's really pissed off, and he's trying to hide it behind some professional, lingo, mumbo jumbo bullshit. Nope, I'm being real. I'm a very professional person. To people that deserve my professionalism. If you don't deserve my professionalism, I'll shove it up your you-know-what. You know what I'm saying? I'm professional to people that deserve my professionalism. And people that don't even care about themselves, I'll give you a big F you in my head. I won't even show you the bird. You're not even worth me showing you the damn bird, right? Anymore, at least, because I used to show people the bird, right? But I'll give you the bird in my head, and I'll move on. That's it, right? And that's how I keep my happiness. I'm a happy guy. I'm so happy today. Today I'm amplifying happiness. This is how you can amplify happiness. You got to let all resentment go. You got to let all hatred go. You got to even let the resentment and hatred go for your haters, right? All the resentment that I have for anyone is gone, off the table. No more resentment. I told Dawn before coming out here, I told her the topic, right? Grab the bull by the horns and amplify happiness. Grab the bull by the horns and amplify happiness. She really loved the amplify happiness part. And she was like, what do you mean grab the bull by the horns? Well, sometimes in order to make things happen, you just got to go for it. You just got to go in hard, like grabbing the bull by the horns, right? Getting down to the nitty gritty and saying, you know what? I'm here to amplify my message of happiness today, no matter what. No matter what. Because here's the thing. Regardless of who's watching this or where they're watching this, mark my words, right? They're going to hear my words. And my words are going to stick. Whether you like me or hate me, my words of happiness and positivity are going to stick. Trust me, because I am amplifying happiness, whether you fucking like it or not. I'm amplifying happiness to everyone today, including my haters. Everyone is getting amplified happiness today. You're going to get tired of me here. This is going to be my message from here on out. I am here to amplify your happiness, right? That's going to be the new thing that we're going to be talking about here. So let me do what I didn't do when I first started the show that I normally do. If this is your first time here, or if this is the first time you and I are meeting, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Elias Melas, but you can call me Eli for short, and I am the president and founder of the Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short. And I am here, we are here to amplify your happiness. That's our message from this point on, is amplifying your happiness. And if you want to know what it means to have your happiness amplified, stick around. Because I don't know of any normal human being that would rather be miserable than be happy. And I don't know of any happy person that wouldn't want their happiness become even more amplified, right? We are here to amplify your happiness. You're not going to hear the end of this phrase, amplifying your happiness, because that's what we're here to do. I'm going to drive my fucking trolls crazy by continuing to say, we're here to fucking amplify your happiness, right? I want everyone to talk about this. Everyone talk about this. And they will. Trust me. There's a point to this, right? Let's talk about amplifying happiness, right? Put it in your titles. Right? Mr. GNA, Mr. President and Founder, amplifies happiness, right? Put it in there. However you want to call it, whatever you want to call it, man, I don't give a shit. Get my message of amplifying happiness out there, because the more you do, the more people will come around. Trust me. We're going to start flooding our content with the message amplifying happiness. And sooner than later, you're going to see what's going to happen. And Don is fully on board. Tia is fully on board. Santa Palacio is fully on board. Queen Helen Casey, Dion, Alex the Beer Master, Lewis Fuller. There are so many people that aren't always here while we're live, but they're watching the replays and they're talking with us behind the scenes. We got a lot of good stuff going on. Hashtag amplify happiness. Yep. Let me ask you, Raleigh Buy Repair Guy, what do you think about the phrase amplifying happiness or amplify happiness? You're not going to hear the end of the phrase amplifying happiness or amplifying your happiness. The GNA is here to amplify your happiness. The Genuine Networking Association is here to amplify your happiness. It actually really excites me. It gives me a lot of ideas. There's a lot to go with this. Let me tell you something. Again, there's not a human being on the planet that wouldn't prefer to be happy over miserable, right? There's not a human being on the planet that wouldn't prefer to be happy over being miserable. And you know what? If you're a miserable fucking clown out here that wants to keep clowning on me, do what you got to do. But if you're going to come out and say that my message of amplifying happiness is stupid, then you've got more of a serious issue than any of us and every one of us thought you already have, right? You're going to make yourselves look like fucking fools over such a positive message. It's a basic message. It's a basic fucking message. And if you can't live by that, then you're proving to the world that you're fucking miserable without me saying it, without anyone saying it, right? Right? Right. Uh-huh. Amplifying happiness. I'm very happy today. I'm happy as hell. And I could care less. I could care less how people are reacting to me saying this right now. Because there are people that don't like me that are watching this right now, or will be watching this down the road, right? Right? And I could care less about your reaction. All I care about is your happiness and you being happy and you amplifying your happiness when you realize what you're doing is stupid. When you realize you're tired of being miserable. No normal human being would have the desire to try and harm another human being in the way some people have tried to do it out here on YouTube. Not just with myself, but many others, you know? And they know that. And they know that, but sometimes people do things just for views and for money. But that's short-lived too. And a lot of these people are seeing that. It's short-lived. It's all good. Keep it coming. Keep going. Keep making shit up about myself, my girlfriend Dawn. Keep doing it. It's all good, because at the end of the day, all you're doing is furthering our message of amplifying happiness, because the more and more you talk about us while we're talking about amplifying happiness, you're going to have to talk about amplifying happiness, because that's going to be everything we talk about from here on out. All you're going to do is make us more famous. All you're going to be doing is promoting us for free. It's all good. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. It's all good in the hood. This is fantastic. See, I didn't realize it's not about how many people talk about me. It's about what I talk about. And if they keep talking about me when I'm talking about certain positive things, all they're doing is promoting my positivity. It's fantastic, right? Even if they try to spin it in a negative way, people are going to see that some things like amplifying happiness cannot be spun in a negative way. They can't. It just can't. It's all good. Game over. Game over. Game, set, match, right? I'm like John McEnroe. I used to actually throw my tennis racket like John McEnroe used to throw it. I used to play with my brother. And if I would lose to my brother, I would get so triggered. I'd throw my fucking racket on the ground or in the air. Sometimes it would break. And those graphite rackets, I used to have Prince rackets. Remember those Prince rackets? Raleigh, you ever play tennis? The Prince rackets were the best. They're expensive. They're like over $100 a piece. They're graphite and shit, right? They're light and they're graphite. And I broke a few rackets, man. Jesus, man. I used to get so triggered, man. I don't get that triggered anymore. I don't. I love my brother. We're all good. My brother was always a better athlete than me. I was good, but my brother was a little bit better than me, you know. It's all good. I used to be a little bit jealous. I'm not going to lie. But you know what? As you get older, you learn to embrace, you know, that it's your brother and you love him and you're happy for his success, right? Just like he was happy for my success in different ways. Okay. I love it as a tagline. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a lot more coming, Raleigh. I've been working on a lot of things behind the scenes. Don and I have had some personal things to take care of. They're all taken care of now for the most part. And so now we're going to really start to focus hard on amplifying your happiness and positivity and all that, right? You know what the funny thing is, Raleigh, and I know you're good at branding yourself. You're very good at it. I respect you for that. Um, choosing the right words for the right tagline, like amplifying your happiness or amplifying happiness, is much more powerful than saying you should be happy. You know what I'm saying? I think you can agree. When you say choose to be happy or we're here to amplify your happiness, which one sounds more powerful? Amplifying your happiness sounds electric, like fireworks, and choose to be happy sounds boring, right? You see the difference, and you're right about that. I think that's what you were saying in different words. It's about choosing the right words, and they, in essence, mean the same fucking thing. I played tennis with Devin and my grandmother. She was a great player. Oh, awesome. Barry Paragraph Raleigh says, I also played instruments. My parents found it important that we did music and strategy sports. Oh, cool. Right on, man. Right on. Sun's going down. I did the whole trail today, 3.5 miles. Getting pretty hungry. I'm going to go home and spend some time with my lady. Yeah, I'm hoping to be able to do an in-studio stream tomorrow. I've got some other great topics that I'm going to be discussing. I like to use Reddit to get supporting comments from other people. I like to analyze other people's comments. That's why I find the Reddit shows interesting. A lot of people, for my haters, they think the Reddit stuff is boring. But the people that truly enjoy my content and are here for the right reasons, they actually like the critical thought. They like interesting topics where we can go to a site like Reddit and get comments and opinions from other people, and then I share my opinions about their opinions, right? It's like analyzing their opinions, right? Giving my opinion about their opinions about a topic that's important to what I'm trying to create, right? So hopefully tomorrow on the main channel, GNA, Genuine Personal Development, link is below in the description, at GNA Personal Development, or youtube.com/at GNA Personal Development. Barry Paragraph Raleigh says, I appreciate that, Eli. It is important. That's why I like listening to people like Mr. Beast. Yeah, but Mr. Beast lately has been under a lot of scrutiny, and I don't know if that's just people trolling him. A lot of people have been trashing him for some of his business practices. I think a lot of it is just jealous people trolling him. Even prominent creators like the channel run by Jeremy the Quartering. But there's also some truth to it as well, because you can't be as successful as Jimmy, who's Mr. Beast. You can't be that successful without pushing boundaries or writing lines or even crossing some lines. It's just not possible to be that successful otherwise. So, you know, you've got to always, you know, you've got to watch it. Like for me, I'm not willing to ride lines or cross lines. If I was willing to do that, I'd probably be making a lot more money. But I just couldn't live with myself. Like, you know, morals, values, and ethics are extremely important to me. And yes, I'm sorry if this offends anyone, but I live on a moral high ground. Have I made mistakes questioning my morality, my ethics, and all that? Sure, we all have. but my intentions are pure. I just make a lot of honest mistakes, right? And a lot of the honest mistakes I make are because a lot of people push me to do things I don't really want to do, and it just throws me off. At least it used to throw me off. Like, I used to get thrown off by people pushing me to do anything to do things I don't want to do. In my younger days, and even early on when I started producing out here on YouTube or creating out here on YouTube full time 6.5 years ago, I used to allow people to push me into doing things I didn't want to do. Right? And they would always tell me that, you would be doing this for the better good of everyone. And that's why I gave in to doing some things. Next thing you know, and these same people are now using that shit against me. Right? And I've learned my lesson to just trust my own morality, trust my own morals, values, and ethics, because if you allow other people to push into doing things you normally wouldn't do based on your own morals, values, and ethics, then they're going to use that against you down the road. Right? And that's what's going on. But I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter, because you know what? Even to those people, I'm here to amplify your happiness. I'm here to restore your happiness. I'm here to bring back positivity into your world so you can smile and just be happy, right? Right? That's all it boils down to. That's all it boils down to. Folks, please start getting your final questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in about 5 to 7 minutes. I'm going to really wrap this up quickly once I'm done, because I got to figure out what Don and I are going to do for dinner tonight. And then I want to go and watch. I want to go and watch some streaming stuff with Don. We've been watching the Lacey Peterson story on Netflix. It's a 3-part documentary miniseries, and we have part 3 of that. But then Don and I noticed today, I believe it was on Peacock, they have the Scott Peterson story. It's like a 3-part series. And yeah, they're rehashing, the Lacey Peterson murder. And to this day, Scott Peterson still maintains his innocence. The interesting part of the story, and I've said it many times before, I'll say it again, is that, Modesto, California, where Scott and Lacey used to live, is literally, in the Central Valley. It's only about an hour and 40 minutes away from where I live here. And in order to give Scott a fair trial, they moved. Modesto's in Stanislaus County. To give Scott Peterson a fair trial, they moved the trial here to Redwood City. And my mother used to work at the courthouse as a divorce clerk, and they moved the Scott Peterson trial, to the Redwood City courthouse downtown here, towards that way. And it was like a zoo. Like back in those days, this was before the internet. The internet was around, but this is before we had streaming and before we had YouTube and all of that, right? Because if we had that, it would have been worse. Like, everyone would have been there. But when it came to the media and their TV trucks and all that, the whole area looked like a satellite campground. That was a campground for satellite dishes and TV trucks and all that. Man, it was just insane. I mean, the Scott Peterson story and the Lacey Peterson story, the murder of Lacey Peterson, one of the biggest stories of all time. And it's a local story. I mean, it's a national and international story, but it happened locally to where I'm at. So Don and I are going to end up watching that tonight. We love the streaming services without commercials, and it saves us a lot of money from, going out and spending a lot of money on entertainment during a time where we're trying to save money. I'll tell you, these streaming services, even for $15 a month with no ads, it's so worth it. Now, if you want to get 4K, you can do like the $22.99 plan, I believe, for Netflix. Some of them offer you 4K. Some of them offer 4K, um, included at the lower price. But even at 1080p, the quality is so good on these streaming services in 1080p. You don't even really need 4K. Yeah, 4K to look a little bit better, but it's not a whole lot of difference. Technically, it's 4 times the resolution of 1080p, 4K that is, but yeah, these streaming services ad-free are cheap. I mean, it's just, and you could get things like on demand. Lately, Don's been a little pissed off because we have DirecTV and we also record shows on the DVR, even though we can watch those shows next day streaming without commercials, right? But Dawn likes to record them on the DVR, just as a backup, right? And she'll go to watching there sometimes. And lately, it's been about the president, the conventions and all that shit, right? So her shows don't record, or the shows are afterwards, right? And they were scheduled to record during a certain time, which they were preempted due to the presidential shit, right? So I said, babe, we can just go to Peacock. We can just go to Paramount Plus. We can go to Hulu. We can go to Netflix and watch this shit without commercial. Yeah, that's true. So the streaming services are a great value. Great freaking value. Lots of great programming. And then Don and I will go to the movies maybe 2 to 3 times a year. And when we go to the movies, we go all out. But we only go 2 to 3 times a year for like a major movie. We went to Deadpool and Wolverine, and that was a hell of a movie. Deadpool and Wolverine has made well over $1 billion. Wow. And we saw that show in Cinemark XD 4K with the bigger screen with the better surround sound. We also saw it in Real D 3D. So they call it Real D 3D. They give you Real D 3D glasses, and it was phenomenal. And then we also get the D-Box seats that shake with the action. And then these seats are heated, and they recline back. I mean, we go all out, a couple, 2, 3 times a year. But for the most part, we'll just stay home and watch stuff, on streaming, right? And hey, when the money comes back, when the money situation's better, because a lot of people right now are pretty tight like us, then we'll go and do more things. But streaming is a great way to save money. Mr. Beast is an amazing marketing person. Yeah, he sure is. He sure is. All right, folks. We're at, what is that, 93 minutes? An hour and 33 minutes. See you tomorrow, folks. Have a good one. Take care. Thank you, Roy. Thank you to everyone else that's here live on the replay. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other. Whoops. Be good to each other. We're out.